Welcome to SWIRL AI Search, the podcast that dives deep into the world of enterprise AI search. Discover how to unlock the value hidden within your internal data and accelerate your journey to actionable insights. Let's cut through the noise and find out how you can get the most out of your internal information. As befitting a podcast about AI, this episode was created with the help of Notebook LM. Please enjoy the Swirl AI Search podcast.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling a subject that, well, it feels like it changes faster than you can track it. Artificial intelligence.
It really does. Keeping up with AI it's a real challenge. The ground shifts constantly.
Yeah, constantly. It feels like every few weeks there's something huge and new. And that speed, that incredible pace, brings up a pretty serious question, especially if you're relying on AI for, say, your business.
Absolutely. And, the article we're using as our source for this deep dive, it digs right into that. It asks, basically, what happens if you hitch your whole strategy to one specific AI model?
When new ones, maybe better ones, are popping up all the time. That sounds risky.
Very risky. So our mission today is really to unpack those risks,
Yeah.
using this source as our guide. We want to explore why being tied down might be a problem and understand this idea the article calls AI independence.
Okay, AI independence, let's get into it, because it feels like building on shaky ground otherwise.
That's a good way to put it. The article really pushes this idea that the sheer speed of AI innovation makes locking into one model, well, kind of dangerous.
We've all seen it, right? I mean, think back. GPT-3 felt like magic.
And then almost immediately, GPT-4 completely changed the game. And then boom, you had Claude, Gemini, Mistral, not to mention this explosion of really powerful open source models,
Yeah.
LLMs.
Right, large language models. And the source argues this speed isn't just a phase, it's the new normal.
That's the argument, yeah. The pace is the normal now.
And it's not even like one model is just flat out the best at everything. That's another point the source makes, isn't it?
Exactly. It highlights how different models have different specialties, almost like different tools.
So one might be great for, I don't know, writing marketing copy.
Well, another's amazing at analyzing complex legal text.
Hmm.
Or maybe one is super accurate for data retrieval. And then you have others built for, like extra security or specific industry knowledge.
So it's not just about raw power. There are other factors.
Definitely. Cost is a huge one, and it can swing wildly between providers. And then there's regulation, compliance. You might suddenly need a model you can run locally on your own servers or one with specific security credentials.
Ah, okay. So if you're locked into just one provider, you lose that flexibility. You can't easily switch based on cost or performance for a specific task, or these really critical things like security.
Precisely. And that's where the source frames this dependency as a real business risk, not just a tech limitation.
Right. You could end up stuck with older tech, paying more than you need to, unable to use the latest thing your competitor just adopted.
Or scrambling to meet new security rules. The article basically says vendor lock-in in this AI space puts you on the back foot. You risk falling behind.
So, okay, that paints a clear picture of the problem. How does the source suggest we solve it, this AI independence?
Well, it points towards platforms designed to sort of abstract that problem away. It mentions SWIRL specifically as an example of something built to give you that flexibility.
Abstracted away, meaning you can use AI without being hardwired to one specific model.
Yeah, kind of like a universal adapter for AI. The article describes how a platform like Swirl is designed to connect to, well, pretty much any model you want.
So OpenAI's models, Anthropic's Claude, Google's Gemini.
Those, plus open source options, maybe from places like Hugging Face, or even custom models your own team builds internally, it's about having access.
But is it just about access, or is there more to it?
Oh, it's more. The source talks about being able to dynamically switch between them. So maybe for one type of user query, you use Model A because it's cheap and fast.
But for another query involving sensitive data, you automatically route it to Model B, which runs securely in your own cloud.
Exactly. You can choose the best fit based on performance, cost, security, accuracy, whatever matters for that specific task. It's about always using the right tool, moment by moment.
Okay, so that's the core idea. Preventing your whole AI strategy from becoming, well, obsolete overnight just because a new model appeared. It's about choice and adaptation.
That really sums up the key takeaway from the source. In this incredibly fast-moving AI world, agility is everything. Depending on just one model, that locks you into potential disadvantages.
Disadvantages your competitors, if they are flexible, can just leapfrog over. Outdated tech, higher costs, missed features.
Yeah, all of that. And the article positions platforms that enable this AI independence like SWIRL as basically essential shields against that vendor lock-in risk. It puts the control back with you.
It seems the only certainty, reading between the lines of the source, is that the best AI is going to keep changing rapidly.
That feels like a safe bet. The model that's top dog today probably won't be next month or maybe even next week for some specific use cases.
So here's something to think about. If that bleeding edge of AI is always moving, how confident are you that your current setup actually gives you the freedom you need? The freedom to adapt, to switch, to always use the right AI for your needs now and well into the future.